This track does have problems. I don't like the chicanes. I think they're very tight. I think it's the classic chicane complex problem where if somebody crashes, like we saw with Enea Bastianini on Sunday, they're span out potentially back on the racing line. That is a potentially dangerous situation. Some areas of runoff like turn 7, 13, because we had to put another chicane in at the last minute because they thought these bikes might get too close to the outside wall. Not ideal. However, that is not only a Balaton Park problem, that is a MotoGP / chicane complex problem in general. There are several tracks that have the exact same issues that I would point out with Balaton Park right now, and we're not calling for their heads. Le Mans has a very dangerous chicane complex by the Dunlop Bridge. Misano has a very nasty 1-2 opening corner sequence that speaks you back on the racing line if there's a crash there. Catalunya, Pecco Bagnaia literally got run over. So it's not the first time, and it's not the first track that has produced these problems. To call it dangerous, I don't think it's any more dangerous than some of the tracks we already go to, quite frankly.
Where would I start with Balaton Park? To take a page out of Denny Hamlin, a bulldozer. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was horribly dangerous, although a couple of the runoffs, I agree, absolutely need work. I think the bigger concern is designing a track like this new in 2025, because it feels like they designed it and then they realized they had to stick in more chicanes once they knew that they were going here. And so the track is just kind of a layout that's patched together. The racing here for anything above a Moto 2 or 600 bike is just ass. I think you've got a perfect storm of taking bikes that can't race and going to a track where they can, like, there's points on this track where you just can't go fast enough to get a run on anybody.
You certainly had to earn a pass. I'm not the sort of person that's going to sit there and go, I think the average speed needs to be at least 120 for it to be thrilling and captivating racing. But it's a TV sport, it's a TV spectacle, there's no getting around that element of it. Some people were never going to be pleased, no matter what we were going to put out here. And look, the Moto 2 and Moto 3 races were two of the best races of the year. So, again, I ask, is it the track or is it the bikes? The more I think about it, the more I think, hey, this is a walking example of us thinking that the bikes are the problem when people want to pin it on the track. And I can't get there on that given the way this season's played out so far.
But to Cam's point, maybe this is just a place that is better for low and intermediate speed motorcycles, and high speed motorcycles, leader bikes, etc. are just kind of going to be a slightly bit problematic at a place like this. It's just like how you wouldn't race anything faster than a contemporary FIA Formula 3 car around Macau. Because as much as I'd love to see a F1 car hot lap around Macau, it would kind of turn into a fart.